My roommate kept stealing my oat milk. So I switched it with watered down mayo juice, by user substantial C0020. He swore he wasn't touching it. But every week, the carton got lighter. I put a sticky note on it. Didn't work. I moved it to the back of the fridge. Still vanished. So I got surgical. Took an empty oat milk container, filled it with a blend of mayo, warm water and a splash of vinegar for tang. Same color. Same texture. Pure evil. Put it right up front in the fridge. Label facing out. Waited. Next morning, I heard it. Sib. Gag. Spit. Cough. He slammed the fridge and shouted, "What the hell is wrong with this milk?" I just blinked at him and said, "I dunno, tastes fine to me." He learned his lesson and kept his hands off. Some guy parked across 3 handicap spots and left his windows open, by user professional_pen 4628. This happened just yesterday. In late April, I hurt my foot and ankle, which required surgery, so I was given a temporary handicap placard. I went to Target to pick up some groceries in the middle of the afternoon, when I knew it would be dead. Except that a single car was taking up 3 spots parked horizontally across 3 lanes. A very nice Porsche is sitting there. With no tags, no placards. And the passenger side window? Wide open, like an invitation. I grabbed some dirt and gravel from nearby and lightly sprinkled it all over the passenger seat for theatrics. Then I went inside and told the front desk I thought I saw a raccoon slip into the Porsche hogging the handicapped spots. They announced over the intercom, asking the owner to come up. I stayed within viewing distance to see what would happen. When a dude practically ran over, yelling about his car and calling the employees names for lack of pest control. Clearly pissed and yelling. Not long after, a big-ass biker-looking security guard showed up, then he called parking enforcement to handle the parking violation. He was also banned from that Target for his conduct. Meanwhile, I doubt there was any sign of a raccoon in his car. Edit, for people who have trouble reading. There was never a raccoon. Edit 2, for everyone saying it's impossible for a Porsche to take up 3 spots. From a comment below, don't know what to tell you. It looked like a sleek SUV. I don't know much about cars. But I saw the Porsche written on the back. And it looked nice. It was parked in the middle of 3 spots, and the ends were jutting into each other's lane. Changed seats when I checked in for our flight, by user right-handed Tom. I've been on vacation/a shit show with my best friend this week, and she's been horrible to me, despite me paying for most of the trip. I'd offered to bring her along because I knew she was having a really tough time in several areas of her life and knew she could use a break, but I definitely learned a new grown-up lesson the hard way: to leave messy people at home, unless you want them to bring their mess. Anyway, we leave tomorrow. The vacation I saved and paid for was trash. The least I could do was to rebook her seats away from me so that she's in the center seat, last row, right next to the shitter on a longish flight. I pray she also has a couple screaming toddlers in her ear, and frankly, it's gonna be a long time before I'm interested in seeing her again. It's not great revenge, but it's definitely petty. He slammed the door every morning at 5 a.m. So I practiced piano at 11 p.m, by use run like la tadpoled. I live in an apartment where the walls are thin enough to hear someone sneeze 2 units down. So, like, basic noise courtesy kind of matters. Most people get that. But not my next door neighbor. For some reason, he thinks doors are meant to be slammed, not closed, not gently pulled shut, but full body thrown like he's mad at it. And he does this every morning at 5 a.m. No exaggeration. It's how I wake up most weekdays now. Sometimes he slams it twice because he forgets his phone or whatever, so bonus round for me. One morning I ran into him and asked if he could maybe be a little quieter with the door. I kept it light, wasn't rude about it. He just laughed and said, "It's just a door. Relax." Then walked off. Okay then. That night, I decided if he likes noise so much, I could contribute too. I dragged out my old electric keyboard, plugged it in, and picked the loudest, most obnoxious organ setting I could find. Around 11 p.m. when everything's super quiet, I sat down and started playing chopsticks like a kid at their first piano lesson. Not well. Not rhythmically. And definitely not short. I did it the next night too. And the one after that. On the 4th morning, the 5 a.m. door slam never came. It's been over a week now. Peaceful mornings. No slamming. No passive-aggressive notes. Just, silence. So yeah. I guess sometimes you really do have to fight noise with noise. And hey, maybe I'll get good at piano again while I'm at it. If I can't have it, then neither can you, by user Heffalump Walrus. I'm at short-term parking at the airport, looking for a space. I see a guy pulling out, so I stop and put on my blinker. He pulls out but blocks me while he's backing up. Here comes a guy in a shiny red Camaro with a trophy girlfriend in the passenger seat, and he swoops into the space. I pull up and say I was waiting for that space. He shrugs and says sorry. I say, well, if you're sorry, you can leave and give me the space I was clearly waiting for. He rolls up his window and ignores me. So I go off and park elsewhere on the floor. Then I walk back toward his car, with my keys in my hand. Now at that point I had never keyed a car before, and his car was really nice, and you have to piss me off worse than that for me to cause property damage. Still, I was going to do something, maybe leave a nasty note? I dunno. I get to his car and he's still inside talking to the girlfriend. And then I have my inspiration. I put on a sweet smile on my face, because he looks like a macho type who thinks women are inferior, and I knock on the window. He lowers it, looking annoyed. I say, you know, you really have a gorgeous car. He still looks annoyed but thanks me and is about to put his window back up when I say, but wait, there's something I want you to think about while you're in the airport. He looks confused. I say, I know where your car is parked and you don't know where my car is parked. Then I walk away. Girlfriend yells, bitch. He pulls out of the space and drives away. And, my job here is done.